Okay, how's it going, guys? So, recording early, and Luna's over here asleep next to me, and she is looking at me. Oh, good morning, Mia. So, real quick note, just because this is more for posterity than anything else like that. Luna is very sick, and so any well-wishing for anyone that watches this video would be appreciated. Of course, you never know. So, long story short, she has really bad, I think it's glaucoma or cataracts. My mind is kind of frazzled. It's been a very weird week so far, but her eyes were putting a lot of pressure on her, and what I thought was originally going to be just allergies, really bad allergies, turned into drooling, turned into a lot of things, and they've found that it's basically been a neurological issue. So there's that. And for what it's worth, she is on a steroid right now that is helping her. She's far more comfortable. She's regaining her capacity to eat. Knock on wood, things will be going okay for a while. I think it's more of a quality of life thing. And, yes, it's sad, and I get that, but I've also managed to have almost 16 years with her. And she was 2 when I found her out front of my house in a bush. She was there for about a week or so, off and on, skittish, didn't want to eat. And the guess was that she was somebody's cat because her front claws had been declawed, and which I don't believe in. I've never done that, not to one cat that I've ever owned. And after that, she's been a sweetheart. And if you follow this channel or any video work I've ever done, she has been in so many videos. So I had a mural I was going to work on today, but I decided to stay home so I figured I'll record and just stay here in the studio with her while the rest of the cat and dog crew relax upstairs. So I'm very happy that I had the ability to be able to do this, and that I made the decision to become not only, a freelancer that would focus more on working at home and not work on site. I know it's not a luxury, really, that many people can really have, but it does make it a little bit easier because I can be here for the medication, for the time she just needs something, and occasionally she wakes up just to check on if I'm still here in the studio. So I've got the sound sort of turned down here on the playthrough so that way I don't bug her too much, but she's sleeping really well. And yeah, so anyway, getting back to this is the second episode playthrough of Steamworld Quest Hand of Gilgamech. So let's just jump back in to the Game 1 Squire and go from there. Now my voice is kind of shot, so I'm going to try my best to read through some of these things, but yeah. Okay, so off to see the heroes.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3, off to see the heroes.
See the heroes.
Also, this is one of the earliest playthroughs I've done because the sun's literally coming in. It's pouring through the studio right on me, creating this interesting contrast. Okay, I think that was the last of the fires. I feel like a wrung out piece of cloth. Buddy, do I know that feeling. That was awesome, Galeo. Giving it all to the last drop. That's what being a hero is all about. Not everyone obsesses about that stuff as much as you do, I'm taking a nap. Just wake me up when dinner's ready. There's no time to rest. We gotta find out where the guild heroes are. As much as I'd like to not get dragged into another of Armelie's adventures, she's right. The guild heroes are missing. The town almost burned down to the ground. Not to mention an invading army led by some dark lord. Oh, maybe someone's still at the guild club. That's a good idea. And the fastest way there is... I am not walking through the apple orchard again. Last time I got stung 9 times. That's amazing, the biological stuff that happens to these guys. The bees are annoying, but we don't have any time to spare. Let's go. Maybe they're mechanical bees. Dogged by misfortune. Alright, so go this way. Oh, here toward the apple orchard. Can I destroy anything here? Oh, hey. Hey, there's that wagon again. Practical. Can we see if she's open for business? I admit I'm a bit curious as well. Yes, time to spend some of that hard-earned loot. I didn't even think about that. Ooh, this is pretty inside. Hello? Mysterious shopkeeper lady, are you in? Ah, if it isn't the young knight of the woods and her scholarly friend. A fair bit worse for wear since last we met, though you seem to have picked up a friend along the way. This is some collection of stuff you got here. Oh, nothing so grand as a collection. Trifles, baubles, and knickknacks. Merely whatever odds and ends an old woman has managed to lay her paws on, that's all. How about swords? I like swords. I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. Feel free to browse. Mysterious traveling merchant can provide a number of services besides buying new equipment and supplies. You can also create new cards for your heroes. Oh, that's kind of cool. As well as upgrade existing ones. The merchant's inventory grows over time, so check in with her whenever you run across her wagon on your adventures. I most certainly would. I love to shop. Crafting cards. From the craft card scene, you can create new cards by spending materials. Okay, yeah, so it's, yeah, I'm familiar with this sort of system. Materials are typically found as rewards for defeating enemies in the wild. Although I think the last game that I did anything like this in was about 10 years ago. When crafting a card, you will get between 1 and 4 copies of that card, depending on the card. You can still choose how many copies you want to actually play with. Craftable cards can't be acquired in any other way, and new cards will be unlocked for crafting as you progress the story, so be sure to check out the shop again when you get to a new location. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, I kind of wish there was something like that in real tabletop games. You know, like CCGs and stuff. So there's Intercept, and there's this one. So what's going on here? Oh, everybody's got some. Wow. Okay, so I guess this one, let me see here. Okay, so evidently, let's see here. Gold pieces, 150. I got 397. Trashum scraps. Okay, so the red number, which is right under, right here. You can't see everything, but this one deals physical damage to one foe and may make them flinch. Gold pieces, 150, as it says. Trashum scrap, times 5. Smoldering ember. As you can see right there, I've only got 6 of the 10 I need. So this is a pretty easy system to figure out. There's a couple here. Scroll fragment, don't have any there. Ooh, poison can be done though. Let's try that one. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, so it's really within my best interest to try and get more stuff as I can. Let's see here. No. Yeah, so everything. Oh, so that's going to be really easy to figure this stuff out. Okay, so basically that's the only one that could be made. So hit back. Can I sell anything? I have a repair vial. I don't have any weapons. Oh, okay. Hold on. I want to buy accessories. Steel bracer. Don't have the money for that. Ooh, a repair kit is really cool. Probably want. Yeah, we'll get one of those. Let's see here. Craft cards, buy, sell, exit. Alright. Oh, unless I missed something. No coinage there. Oh, they are metallic bees. Alright, let's see how this goes. Heroic strike. Right there. Let's do a steam punch. And we'll do a brave buster. Yeah, that should be good. They're kind of large. Nice. Like that. Oh, buzzing storm. Oh, that's terrible. It's kind of cool though. Okay, let's see here. I need more. Oh, I'm out of maneuvers. That's not good. Need more. So what can I do? Oh. Yeah, I'm going to retreat right now. Because I forget exactly how badly this goes. I'm still trying to learn the system as I go along here. And we got away. Alright. Can I go anywhere else? Let's see here. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's try this again. So. Bravado. Heroic Strike. Bravado. And Shout. Okay, so Shout. Do that one. And do one there. Nope. Still trying to figure this out. No, damn it. Alright, let's see here. What I think I keep running out of is... Yeah, let's see here. I don't want to do that either. Well, let's just go ahead and go with that one. Okay, so that gives me 2. Finish the turn there. So I think it is something where I'm trying to keep... Okay, so that gives me action to be able to perform stuff. So that gives me some gears back. So it really is a balance in this game of keeping these gears going. So, alright, let's see here. If I do this... Let's see here. Physical, yeah, okay. It takes 2, takes 1, takes 1, takes 2. So here, do Bravado. That doesn't seem to take anything. It looks like it's going to give me back 1. So if I do... That's 3. I don't really want to spend that. So it is more trying to... Do that one there. Do that. Which would leave me with what? 2? Okay. So the Bravado is definitely building up those. So... Oh, wow. I mean, the damage being taken isn't that bad, so I shouldn't panic that much about it. Okay, so these don't have... Do a book bash there. Okay, so certain maneuvers are helping that. Okay, that's what I was missing about this whole thing. I don't really want to do a mend. A flame wave doesn't seem to make sense. Brave Buster's going to take up 2. Ooh. I don't really need any mends. Let's just take a chance here. It's gonna take me down to 1. Really? Ouch. 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 I mean, these two seem to be a lot easier to deal with. Nope, I'm out. Let's see here. I don't want to run. Let's see here. Okay, so starting out here, let's go here. First of all, yeah, there's the wagon again. Let's see here, sell, repair viral weapons, barrier gear. Okay. see here. Decks. So here's Steam Punch. Steam Punch. No, not Wrecking Ball. Not a Gigaton Punch. Okay. And Flame Wave would be nice. Okay. Now what do I have here? I have 0 shouts. Nope. Do a Brave Buster. Right? Is that what I did? Oh, I'm doing this in reverse. Okay, hold on here. I've completely messed this up. So, 2 of those. Okay. I have completely messed this up. Wasn't paying attention to what I was doing here. And one of those, and one of those. And then go back to this. Boy, have I messed this up. I couldn't figure out what I was doing here. Okay, so that. Alright, there. Okay, let's return to the game. Let's chop some stuff here. Got some money there. Alright, let's get away from that bee. Let's go this way. Can we go this way? Yes, we can. And I would like to... Oh, I didn't get a chance to sneak up on you like I wanted to. Alright, much better. So I had the whole deck building thing wrong. Steam Punch. Shields up. Bravado. Alright, this should go a lot easier now. I kept thinking there was something wrong with how I was building the deck, and I wasn't sure what was going on. So I apologize for restarting that part. I'm like, this isn't really working here. That wasn't in the game, but that's okay. Alright, yeah, so that makes... Because it wasn't clear to me at first. I'm like, I'm piling it all over here, and I guess I was building it like how I would actually stack cards if I'm playing Magic the Gathering or something. So that didn't really help me. Okay, that makes a lot more sense with... Okay. Yeah. Because if I have all those hyper-powered cards in there, then of course I'm not going to be able to do the damage I need to do. Unless there's some items down the road that end up building the mana back up. Nice punch. I think that gave me back in action. They're starting to steam. I think that's really cool how they do that. That's really rad. Alright, shout. Votto. And Book Bash. I always wondered, like, I bet that's probably been played out in a D&D or a GURPS or game somewhere, some role-playing game where somebody has decided to turn their magic tome into a melee weapon of some sort. Poison that one. Do a heroic strike. So there's a full. So what I do need to do is keep in the deck a few hyper-powered ones. Maybe one hyper-powered one per. Yeah, I think so. Well, you know, you kind of wonder this low in the levels in the game when you're starting out, if you wouldn't be able, because I clearly can build up the gears up on top here to a good level without any real problem. Creeping Cold. I think I did put a couple in here, so that's actually not too bad. I can use up a couple of these. The action system is pretty innovative. I mean, at least for me. Good, that's satisfactory. Be nice to get him some extra weapons. Almost. Steam Punch. Heroic Strike. Shout. Punch. See, and I already used up all those vials I found too, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Do double punch on you and a book bash. Something's got to connect here. There we go. Now, what did we get for that? I feel so much better about that. All right. Nice. Let's see what's in here. Focus. Ooh, I like that. Anything else here I can chop? Bash? Anything? No? Alright, let's go. Alright, I feel so much more prepared than I was before. There we go. There's another role-playing game too in the mix that I'm hoping to get into at some point in time. It looks like it's a dungeon crawler that has to do with, as I messed that up, that has to do with like the mental health of going and traversing dungeons. I think it's been out for a while, but because of the filter that I had on Steam, it didn't show up as one of my selections because it was a game type I didn't play, and I think it looks to be, at least graphically, very inverse to this particular game. It's very daunting, very Ravenloft-like, if you guys remember that stuff, if you're old enough to remember that. I used to love games like that quite a bit. Ravenloft, Call of Cthulhu, because it really did deal with the fact, you know, that the fragility of humanity in the face of such overpowering things, whether you're talking about vampires or demonic and elder god sort of things. You know, what would you do in the face of that? That was something that came to mind whenever I went to go see. I saw Godzilla minus color recently, and I was just blown away. In black and white, or in the sepia tone that it was, as it appeared to be, it was really wild seeing how, I forgot that if I use 3 cards with one person, then I'll get that Guardian card. Seeing Godzilla not only turn back into a villain, but also in the way that it was so stark, it was so scary. And, you know, you would think that, like, you know, yeah, there's tales of high adventure and all that sort of stuff, but you do think after a while, like, what would that do to people? You know, how would you end up feeling, you know, if you had to go on an adventure and you saw the death happening and everything, just learning to go through that stuff? What would that do to you? you know? Cloud cover came in. I think my trash man's coming by too. Bravado, shields up. And we'll do one creeping cold. Oh, should have done the other one. It's alright. Nice. Very nice. Let's see here. Oh gosh. Do bravado and one fire pillar and a book bash. There we go. So they have the ability to reheal themselves. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody's a 6 now. Nice. Oh, that's cool. All right. Anything else to hack and slash here? Hey! Hey, there's some people playing chess over there. Chop. Chop. Any chopping back here? Nothing? No chops? No chops? Can I chop you? There we go. Can't go that way. Let's go through the orchard over here. Over here. My control's a little wonky on that one. Alright, so first, let me go ahead and go in here in Dex. I think what I'm going to do is add one of those and take a heroic strike out. She has gotten a focus, so I could probably take out one book bash, gain focus. Yeah, I think that's safe. Let me take out one steam punch and put in a wrecking ball. Yeah, that should work. That should be fine. Alright, let me see what's over here before I take on tall and crazy looking there. Oh, I got the first shot. Oh, kind of glad I upgraded my crap here. Alright, let's see here. What do we want to do? Mana barrier. Poison. Bravado. Next turn. This took a little bit of damage early on. Ouch. Well, at least they're going toward her first. Can't do that one yet. Ooh, let's try this. Can I get a couple of these in there? I wonder what this is going to do. Oh, wait a minute. This could be really funny. Because that'll give me my chain. Oh, what are we going to do now? Let's see what happens here. So, like, cast some poison. Do a steam punch. Bring a wrecking ball to it. And then Guardian. Nice. I do enjoy that. I'm a little intimidated. Alright. Steam punch. Steam punch. Shout. Big old meaty punch. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Cherno Alpha from Pacific Rim. I don't know why. It's probably that big old punch. And the fact that they're green. So, let's do shields up on them. Brave Buster. there. And fire pillar here. Yeah, that should do. I should be okay. I should be okay. Oh, of course, one freaking hit point. Ouch. I know I mentioned this before. These guys are very Stargate. Pretty freaking cool. Alright, so Heroic Strike here. Book Bash here. And Creeping Cold there. That should knock him out. So it's definitely that part in my adventuring career where I can only get... Where it really makes sense for me to gang up on one enemy at a time. I wonder if I do gain more of these gears. I'd like to think I do. Oof, I'm definitely going to need to be doing some repair work here. Alright, shout. Let's see here. Bravado. Shield up. Right there. Do with that. We thank goodness they don't do a lot of damage, but good lord. I just noticed he has a bird on his shoulder. Okay. Yes. Wait a minute, let me try something here. I'm gonna do a book bash, which will create the chain with a barrier field. Oh yeah, that's right. God, I need to keep on playing this game more often. Book bash, barrier field. Let's see here. Heroic Strike. Heroic Strike. And Heroic Strike. The lion art. I forgot about that. Chop. Chop. And the lion heart goes to that last one. I don't know what they're doing when they do that. That's kind of silly to me, but whatever. Do a mana barrier there. Book bash here. Creeping Cold there with another chain. I am liking the chains. Keeps the barrier field up. Oh my god. I feel like I took that personally. You think I would have done a better job there, but I did not. Maybe this will take care of them. I may not even be able to get to the chain. I like that mechanic a lot, of that extra fourth one. There's something behind that. That's a really cool... I'm certain that's used in some other video game or card game. Oh, the cash is starting to come in. Alright, let's see what's down here. There's all kinds of people back here witnessing my fights, but nobody doing anything. I almost wonder if that's like not a call out to a different game or something at some point in time, or... I can't remember the last time I was this far from my basement. Dude. Way to reinforce a trope. About time then. Adventure! I want there to be... Wouldn't that be an awesome character? I remember years ago when we were playing D&D, friends of mine back in high school, how we're almost at the Guild Club. How we talked about like actual brain damage that would happen to a character. And there was a randomizer, and I don't remember who... Oh, I do remember. It was my buddy Chris. I think it was him. if I remember this right, he ended up with a character that anything that would befall him after he got this brain damage, most things would require his intellect and his stats and skills, and they got reduced. But for every point that he took in reduction in like dexterity and charisma and intelligence, he gained in pure brute strength. So I forget what it was. He had like a 46 or something in strength. He was abysmally strong. But we would go places, and he role played that to death. We got to circumstances and places where it was so messed up with how we ended up. We'd end up having to call him in out of the rain, things like that. It was absolutely hilarious what ended up happening. It just made me laugh so much, the stuff that would come from that. But imagine if you had to deal with that, like a brain damaged character like that. And it's like just that. The reason that comes back to me is with her yelling out adventure like that. I know it's a positive in this game for her, but I distinctly remember him saying something, adventure, like every time we were faced with some sort of crazy thing in D&D. It was a good game. It's weird. I was talking to somebody about that the other day, how few adventure circumstances like that I have, except for like, playing in these circumstances like this. There's a lot in there where I think to myself, like, I do miss gaming with groups and stuff like that. Life gets in the way, and honestly, I'm glad for video games. When I was younger, before I ever played D&D, my very first role-playing game was Lunar on Sega CD, both the Silver Star Story and Eternal Blue, and I loved those. I still own them. I still have them back here. Hopefully Discrot hasn't taken them over. I love those so very, very much. Shields up for her, because boy does she need it. Poison there. Wrecking ball there. It's interesting how they're starting, how she's like, okay, this sucks, somebody help me. And Guardian. Okay, so definitely some healing there, and removal of that. Oof. Ow. Okay, what do we got here? Mana barrier. Mana barrier. Fire pillar. And barrier field. Beginning to help there a little bit. We'll do shout, heroic strike, and brave buster. This should end it. This really should end it here. Gosh, even thinking back, like some of my most favorite sessions ever, definitely playing in Dragonlance, Ravenloft, Greyhawk was really fun. That's super old school. I really liked Spelljammer too for the little bit that I played it. But Dragonlance, I first got introduced into the worlds of D&D per se because of Dragonlance. My buddy of mine, David, had lent the books to me in school, and I devoured them. I to this day, like, it hits me as I remember reading those books hit me as hard as it was when I first saw Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings series. It was so overwhelming, and for a long time I was obsessed with and was absolutely devastated when Sturm Brightblade died. If that spoiler alert. I mean, those books are really old, so let's see here. Did I want to fix anything here? Let's look at items. Repair vial. There we go. Any accessories? Here. What's here? Once per battle and a scout badge. That is equipped. Yep. Alright. Items. There. Weapons. Yep. Not much more there. Got materials, recover items. Nothing. Alright. Okay. Let's keep going here. Let's see if there's anything else I can choppy chop. Chop, chop, chop. Nope. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. I'm about to probably fight something. Sure. I needed that. I chop you? No. What's happening here? Queen! Annoying feels inadequate here. Oh my god. That must be a drill queen. Oh, I probably should have. Armilly, oh god. Our heroes ready themselves for an audience with a twist! Don't you mean Sting? Alright, let's see here. Let's do shields up for her. Steam punch. Nope, nope. What was the other one? Oh, no, wait. She's the one with the 3. Let's see here. Right. Book bash. Book bash. Fire pillar. Chain. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do exactly that. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, and they got sidekicks. Great. That's what you get. Give it to you again. Giving you the business. Let's see how well I do in this. This could go 6 ways to Sunday, really. Oh, man. Let's do a shield up on them. Heroic strike. Wow, that's a lot of hit points there. I didn't notice it was over 1,000. That's kind of oh! Those things would be really horrific. Could you imagine metallic bees with drill? Oh my god. I'll take a sting any day of the week. Alright, focus. Mana barrier. Creeping cold. Right here. Keep that barrier field going. Nice. Ooh. I'm so glad there's that whole raising the health bars before this fight. Oh, gosh. Let's do... Oh, let's do exactly this. Let's raise that. And a steam punch here. And a steam punch there. Which will give me a chain for a guardian. Probably should bring some healing cards back into the mix too. Nice. Hyper evade. Okay. Oh, good, good, good. Okay, shout. Shout again. And bravado. Let's see how this goes here. Lionheart. I missed? disappointing. And somehow they got back somebody else. Poison there. Lightning ball there. I really got to start focusing on the queen here. The tunes be rocking. Oh my gosh, I'm just taking damage left and right here. That's okay. You know, I shouldn't complain. They're doing all right. They're doing okay. Oh, hey, let's try this again. Let's see here. Heroic Strike. Brave Buster. Heroic Strike. And Lionheart. Maybe, just maybe, if I can do 120. If I can do enough damage to the queen, maybe the other ones. Oh, nice. So she's got gears as well too for actions. Kind of don't want her to be able to build up that high. That kind of freaks me out a little bit there. Just gonna focus there. All right. Let's get that going again. Creeping Cold. So maybe while they're poisoned, yeah, I think when they're weak, they end up taking more damage. Perfect. Okay. Temper Evade. And Buzzing Storm. Okay. Gonna be able to pull this off again on the queen. Shields up for her. Wrecking Ball on the queen. And Guardian activated again. Okay. I just keep looking at the side, just checking on her. It's out of habit, out of concern of my cat. She's just sleeping quietly. Okay, 2 Steam Punches. Steam Punch. Steam Punch. Shields up. And another Guardian. Okay, now that I have the system down, this isn't that difficult. Because I was like, how am I running out so much? And I realized I was just, like I said earlier, I was building the deck wrong. It's Magic the Gathering flashbacks all over again. Especially when I tried to buy like Weenie, or tried to build Weenie Horde decks, I was never good at it. The only decks I was ever really good at, this is old school Magic, so none of these new releases, but because I was playing before Ice Age. Ice Age or Legends, right around there is when I got out. And lead with a Brave Buster. Let's see here. Heroic Strike. And a Heroic Strike for that. Nope. Clicked the wrong one. And my only decks that I could really work with back. Oh, this may end really quickly. Come on. Nice. Was I would build the Dwarven deck, and this is before there was a bunch of dwarves that came out later. I mainly had a small red deck that was a lot of lightning. You know, I love that solid red deck. It was a lot of direct damage, but the dwarves also were. That's back. That was the Dwarven card. I think there was one that like collapsed walls. God, I'm trying to remember. I know the deck is still built, sitting on one of the shelves over there. Shout. Heroic Strike. So. And then the other ones, the other deck I really loved. I used to annoy a lot of people with it. Was when there was still when the Will-O-Wisps were the 0. I think they were 0 cast, or something. There was one black man, I think, and then whatever their casting cost was that they had constant regeneration because they were a 0/1 creature. And oh my god, I remember them. I used to do black-green decks, so whenever I would find a Legends card that was black-green or something like that, I lost my mind. I thought that was the greatest thing in the world. I loved it so very much. Let's see And so that was usually what I did, was like, I always called it my swamp deck, because when the bayou, oh, there we go, yeah, oh, that's all 3 died. When they had the bayous, which were the dual lands, man, I love it. I still have 4 or 8 of them, because I think 8, because I have 2 decks that I have them in. I don't know anyone that plays completely like open play anymore. All right, that's great. Now what? Oh Lord. Okay, materials. All right, let's go back. I keep going this way? I do, I guess. Is there anything to chop over here? Nothing, no choppies? Alright, let's go this one here. Wow, the heroic fields of fairways, where the brave heroes of the guild leisurely limber up between their heroic deeds. There is literally a golf course over here. It's just a golf course. Oh man, that made me giggle. Let's see here. Oh, here's the guild. Anything to chop? No choppy chop. Man, everyone loves apples around here. Oh, that's beautiful though. Guild Caddy Lennox Bardamax. Halt! This is a members only facility. Show me a membership card or leave the premises. Lenny, we just ran into an army that tried to burn down Town Hall. We must speak to Guildmaster Gaines. Master Gaines? You are looking at acting Guildmaster Bodamax, and yes, I know about that army. In fact, how can I be sure you're not with them? But we grew up together. You've known us your whole life. That is hard to forget. Anyway, you won't find any other guild heroes here. The Void took them all. You're all that's left? This is serious. Why aren't you getting ready to go after them? The statutes clearly state that the clubhouse can never be left unguarded. Former Guildmaster Gaines was very clear on that matter. I'm obliged to stay here. You are not a member of this guild, so you can't see how much work goes into this. The paperwork alone is a nightmare. But we have to act fast. Hey, why don't the 3 of us go after them? You? I remember back in summer camp when you got lost in your own tent. Oh, come on, it was really dark. Besides, you need to be a member of the guild to stage an official rescue party. Okay, so no official rescue party then. How about we make this an unofficial operation? Don't make me laugh. You'd only get yourselves captured and... Hey, that's not a bad idea. As acting master of the guild, I give you my permission to stage an unsanctioned rescue party. Without any recognition from the guild, of course. Right, now, if you'll excuse me, I have to familiarize myself with my new office. It's high time for biscuits and a session in the massage chair. They're like, what the hell, man? Guildmaster Lenny, huh? Someone's riding the gravy train. That's Lenny, always eager to climb the career ladder. But I can't help thinking there's something more going on here than a straight-up promotion. Never mind that. This could be my big chance to get a guild membership. Armely, every time you get that look, I just know there's going to be trouble. By saving the guild heroes, I'll definitely prove my worth to Master Gaines. Even more than when I helped him keep those hungry golfers away from the heroic fields of fairways. Oh, I really thought he was going to make me a member that time. First of all, he said golfers, not golfers. Gophers. Fuck, I'm fucking it all up. And Lenny made it very clear that this wouldn't give you any recognition from the guild. But Lenny's wrong. The Hero's Handbook states that real heroics don't have to be sanctioned. Besides, the village is unprotected now. We need those guild heroes back. I don't know. I'm not in the mood for a field trip, and these buns won't eat themselves. Eating buns in your mother's basement won't help if the Void Army comes back. If they keep setting houses on fire, goodbye free rent. I don't like fire. Or paying rent. We could stay here and rot for the rest of our lives. Or we could go on a date with Destiny and an evil army. Come on, Coco. If this ain't a chance to deploy knowledge practically for the good of the many, then what is? I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're actually making sense. We have to take this seriously. All right, let's follow their tracks. Ooh, raises Armley's strength by 1 grade for 3 turns, 2 grades if she is below 50% of her maximum health, and 3 grades if she is below 25%. Fabulous. Fine, but I'm not carrying all your stuff. I also remember summer camp. So cool. So that chapter's completed. Chapter 3, Off to See the Heroes. After a nice deliberation with acting guildmaster Bartimax, the trio head out on the heels of the evil Void Army to rescue the captured guild heroes. In pursuit of an evil army. So something tells me I'm not seeing all of the map areas, so there is that. Let's see here. Oh, I love that. He's carrying all their shit.
Of an evil army.
He's literally become the Samwise Gamgee of the group. That would have been really funny if he had just consistently had that backpack on. Look at the tracks. They must have come this way. All right, let's go this way. This little guy right here. Ah, he's working in the Pell. That's awesome. Oh, no. Oh, what's going on here? All right, let's... Yeah, that's fine. Chop. Chop. Hey, hey, lady. Let me finish chopping some stuff here. I'll, Is there anything this way? Oh, yeah, let's get you guys first. Got him. All right. Let's do this real quick here. Do a shout. Do a mana barrier there. Mana barrier here. Finish turn. They stick a little bit of damage. I love the designs of the orcs or goblins. That is just so rad. It kind of reminds me again of something out of the movie Robots. Okay, let's see here. What can I do in duplication? Wrecking Ball. Let's do shields up. There. Steam Punch. There. Wrecking Ball. There. Guardian. Okay. Yeah, that works. Speaking of gaming, my phone's going off right now because my brother just got into... He just bought his very first Warhammer 40k miniatures, and I am super excited. That's so... He just went and bought like a bunch of basically Space Marine things, which I'm super happy for. I always love to hear when somebody's getting into gaming, you know, like that, and he's been really active in that sort of thing. I haven't played Warhammer in a while. All right, let's get back to this game here. Shout. Hardened shell. Ooh. Double stab. Stabby stab stab. Oh, I get a chance to do some cool stuff. So poison, poison. Shields up for her. There's my chain. Working on the chain. Poison. Poison. Just throwing that out there like Gambit. Oh, you're terrible. You better not respawn. Oh my god, that's devastating. Could you imagine a boss that spawns those? That's probably going to come back to haunt me. Bravado. Heroic Strike. Brave Buster. And Lionheart. Let's finish this guy off. I want this done and over. He's really excited. I can tell that he's got these things. He was sending me pictures. Wow. So my brother managed just to get a, let me see here. He said he literally got, it was 20 bucks total to get the book and get some free miniatures that the store was handing out to get started gaming. That, I didn't get that. And I never really played 40K that much. When I did, I played, oh God. I played Ultramarines first, and then I really got into squats, but that was expensive unless you got stuff through the Forge. And then I ended up switching over hardcore into Warhammer Fantasy. And I have like unpainted about an 18,000 point army or so, like all the way back to C-Series elves up to some of the latest stuff right before Age of Sigmar, which there's some really nice stuff in Age of Sigmar that I would totally go with on that. Let's see here. What else? Now, oh, you, I chop you. Okay, now I need to go back and buy some new stuff because this is going to get out of hand really, really quick here. Steam Punch. Hit. Steam Punch. Hit. Steam Punch. Hit. And Guardian. Crunch. There's one bomby guy there. Let's put that Guardian up. Ouch. Stop with the stab. Oh, what's the screech? Okay. Oh, gosh. Let's do a mana barrier. A book bash. And a book bash there to get a complete barrier field. Kind of wonder, like, you would almost expect that like a fire spell would blow them up. Hey now. Let's do, what am I going to do here? Okay, it just makes sense to do this. So we'll do one Bravado. Really don't want to take damage like that again. Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm wondering in this game how many more characters will be added overall, if these are the only 3. I gotta hand it to the art direction that happens across any of these Steam games. The designs are all at once familiar, yet just really, really well done in so many ways that I'm blown away whenever I look at it, because a lot of times, you know, like when I try and design stuff that's robotic or something like that, I lean more toward Japanese stuff. I do like Steam and Diesel Punk stuff, but I never managed to do it as well as this. You know, everything's practice. That's one god. Okay. Oof. That one hurt. Let's see here. Shields up there. Shields up there. There. And then Guardian. Okay. After this, I'm going to head back to the wagon and see if there's anything I can get. Heal up a little bit. Oh, okay. This could be funny. So, fire pillar. Cold. Mana barrier. And barrier field. Yes. I think my favorite army to fight in Warhammer Fantasy was the Orcs. My least favorite to fight were the Skaven. And that actually led to me playing my very first online massive multiplayer RPG, which was the Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning. That was a really fun time. I really missed my guild. I wasn't as super active. I really did a lot of stuff on my own, but I really enjoyed that time. You know, what's really crazy too, like I remember when they first announced it, and I think Sega was involved with it, and there's a trailer out there for the very dark and depressing version of it, and it would have been a completely different game. Oh, there's a lot of people that didn't like the later incarnation that came out through Mythic, but I really liked it quite a bit. And then after EA got them, it was, you know, like anything EA touches, it seems. It just wasn't so great. Let's see here. I don't want to go that much further, so I'm going to go back. Let's go here. Browse items for sale. So I can craft some cards. Oh, hey, I got new cards. Oh, okay. I do have enough for this stuff. Deals physical damage and execute. What do they got? Ooh, a searing lash. Let's do that one. Oh, I love that. Other ones I can't get, can I? Nope. Quick fix. Heals one ally and cures poison, bleed, and burn conditions. I really like that one. Provoke. Oh, that's hilarious. I kind of want that one, but I'm also looking at some of these other ones here too. Oh, I like that one. Alright, so that one can't do anymore. Go back. See your buy. Weapons. Ooh, I don't have enough. That would have been nice. Let's see here. Infinite, infinite, infinite. Accessories. What is a leaf fossil? Oh, that's really cool. There's a lot of stuff in here. A satin black jeweled ring. Interesting. I wonder what those are for. Okay. Let's see here. Do I have anything to sell? I have that barrier gear. No. Nothing there. Alright. Let's go a little further on this. Let's see here. Where did I come in? Oh, I don't want everyone to respawn. That's for dang sure. Alright, what's down this way? Oh, wait. Cards. The decks. So, what do I want here? This is my actual deck. I have Aspiring Hero here. Close. Yeah, I really like Shout. Take that one out, put that one in. She needs a Searing Lash, so let's get rid of one mana barrier, bring in a Searing Lash. That should be really cool. Let's take... Yeah, let's take out... Does fire damage. No, wait, let's bring back... How do I want to do this? You know what? Let me do a flame wave. There, that sounds better. That sounds better to me. Okay. What, are you stuck? Hello? Yes, my child. You need a hand to get out of that barrel? Just like King Algaron holds the planet together from its core, I hold our society together from this barrel. I'll take that as a no. You didn't happen to see an army pass by here just a short while ago? I most certainly did. They were a bit loud-mouthed, but at least they had the decency to flip me around. You see, just as fate, I tend to gyrate, and there's only so many hours I can take head down in this thing. Right. Alright. Everything gyrates sooner or later. Okay. You're interesting. That's cool. Let me chop you for some coins. Okay, I can go that way or I can go this way. Let me see what's down here. Oh, I didn't catch you off guard. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of you there. Let's try some brand new things here. Oh, lordy, lordy. We can do a shout. We can do a shields up on her. We can do a searing lash. And that. That way everybody takes a turn. Boy, she's really going to need some healing. Oh, I forgot to cast it on them. I do love the designs of these little bomber guys. Okay, so what can I do here now? Oh, I can get quite a bit of stuff here. Okay, that one. Do a heroic strike. Do a heroic strike. And unleash Lionheart. Healing. Chopping. Chopping. Super chop. These bombers, if they go off on me, that's going to be terrible. Ooh, she is really getting the business over here. Okay, so poison on that one. Steam punch there. Steam punch there. Good. Good so far. Also, if you're watching my videos, my brother is normally the other fellow that's there with me with a lot of the stuff when we go to different shows and things. I'm thinking he's going to be wanting to go to Planet Comic-Con. I normally, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't go to a lot of the shows. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just, he definitely makes it more fun. It's fun when you have somebody to go with that is really into the stuff. That's fantastic. Oh, Lord. 2 and 2 of everything. Mana barrier. Creeping cold. And we'll throw poison out there. See, I get enough gears that I think to myself I could probably put much more powerful cards out there, but... Oh, I was not wanting that. That's painful. Boy, that's painful. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Okay, so we'll do Shout, Bravado, and a Heroic Strike here. Get into another Lionheart activation. I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing if I go back and I hit save and I re-energize everyone, because, Lord, this is going to be bad. Oof. Let's see what else is here first. Do a Flame Wave, Sharing Lash, and a Book Bash. Oh god, down to like 10 points and that's it? Maybe we can get more damage going here. Nice. Okay, is there anything else down here? Because if not, I think I'm going to go... Well, let's just see. Oh, story. Are we there yet? The tracks! They're all over the place. What a mess. Perhaps we should split up? Each on their own in the middle of nowhere? I vote for strength in numbers. I vote for making camp here while you two go follow those tracks. Strength in peace and quiet. Oh. I vote for asking the stranger in the cage who saw which way they went. And I vote for... Hey! Is that a doggo? Trying to sneak up on us, huh? Of course. Me and my cage, not to mention this heavy contraption bolted on the tree here. We've been pursuing you for hours. Ha! Who are you and why are you in there? Ah, cutting right to the chase. The name is Auric, at your humble service. And, well, let's just say an argument ended on a rather bad note. Don't worry about it. On a bad note? Must have been a hell of a tune to leave you locked up like some jailbird. I've seen you somewhere before. Of course! The book! You're in the book! The Hero's Handbook! Look, I've got it right here! Oh, that was ages ago. Nothing to talk about, really. Nothing to talk about? You're Auric, the legendary sidekick to Gilgamech, the true ancient hero! The book is full of stories about you two, like the one where... Now I'm blushing, but yes, the one and the same. Forgive me for not getting up. On that note, you wouldn't mind getting me out of here, would you? Oh, of course! Let me just... Hold up! Before we do anything rash, let's stop for a second and consider the facts here. We've just met a masked stranger in the middle of nowhere. In a cage. What if this caged stranger, and I stress the word caged, whom we've just met, is in cahoots with that army? Did I mention I saw where that army went? They dragged a big cage north through that arc and into a cave. Though I wouldn't recommend as a group as inexperienced as yours to go after such an intimidating horde. Either way, they locked up the cage, and the guard with the keychain went off the other way, past my charming cage, and to the south. Coincidentally, the keychain also holds the key to this cage that is keeping yours truly under wraps. If you're going after that army, you'll need those keys, one way or another. Once you have it, I would very much appreciate if you'd let me out. Count on us. We'll get the keys and we'll be back in a heartbeat. Gonna chop that? Alright. Oh my goodness. Alright, chop. So there's two ways to go. I think what I'm going to do is go back so I don't have to fight this again. But the problem is, well, we're already sitting at about an hour's worth of gameplay. So I think this is good enough for this session. And go up. Go back this way. Oh, wait. And then there's up here this way too, right? I just want to see what's over here. Oh, see? I almost missed this. Oh my god. Alright. So see, like, I was being totally rash and not electrolyze. Sounds like an energy drink. Alright, cool. I know where to go in there. Alright. Okay, good. So that means I'm going to complete these things a little bit better. But I better go back and... You know what? I probably should buy some stuff too. Where's that darn wagon? There we go. Hello, lady. Alright, what do we have here? I still can't buy anything. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe another repair kit. Hydro gloves. Oh, I could get a serrated broadsword. Lacerate Lionheart. Oh. So some of these cancel this out. That's interesting. Thunder Wave as opposed to Barrier Field. Man, I like my Lionheart. Water Jet. But Guardian goes away. Interesting. A Wicked Edge for a Wicked World. You know, maybe we'll do that one. Yes, we'll do that. Okay, that reduces me there. Now, where was my hero thing? Alright, fine, let's do this. Yep. Alright. Well, thanks for watching, guys. And I will have this up shortly. But that doesn't really matter to you guys because this wasn't live. I almost went live, but I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, no, I'll be fine. So I need to check on my kitty down here. And she's doing fine. She's snoozing, but I need to clean her up. Unfortunately, she ends up getting like... She can't clean herself as well, but she's getting there. But I just take a wet towel and I try and clean up where I can so she won't get a skin rash or anything. So this has been a lot of fun. I'm really loving this game. The design on this is pretty damn wicked. And the artwork is gorgeous. The pastel-like backgrounds are just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. And the characters fit in well. They look gorgeous. It was the same sort of thing whenever I played any of the games in this series. I am consistently blown away by how varied the characters look, which is just a mark of having good art directors and good artists working on something like this. So anyway, I was about to go off on what AI could do with this sort of thing, but you know what? That's for my journals. That's not for this sort of thing. So thank you for watching. I am Mario the Artisan Rogue, and I'll be back with another game playthrough of this, and hopefully I'll be able to stay on target and stay on task with these, weekly, like I've been planning. So I want to welcome, if you're watching this, I want to welcome, and made it this far, I want to welcome all of the new people that have been following. I really appreciate that big time. That has really been helping, because, like I said, I had a goal of just 1,000 followers this year. By December, I can get to 1,000. That would be wonderful. That would be a nice pick-me-up. But it's nice. I'm finally starting to gain some ground, and, you know, the numbers are looking good, and the views are starting to go up. It just takes time, which is one of the things I never really devoted to this stuff, but I'm having a lot of fun playing these games, and I've got some other review stuff coming out, and I have some art videos in the works too, so that finally those will be coming about as well. But until then, I will catch you guys later. Thank you again for watching, and like I said, I'll catch you on the next playthrough. Have a good rest of the week.